Buenas tardes. Hey guys, it's Cheech from Fly Fish Food. I'm here tying flies, and if you didn't know, I am an expert at naming flies. Curtis, not so much. You'll see why in this video.
Fly Fish Food.
Okay, all I'm saying is, if my name were Curtis Fry, I would have tied the Curtis Fry years ago. But it took him, I don't know, we've known each other for 15, 16 years, and he still hasn't done it. So I have taken that responsibility away from him, and I have come up with the Curtis Fry. Now, as you can see, it's basically just like a miniature surf candy, and with some of the new resin choices that are out, it makes it super easy to tie, not to mention this killer chickaboo tail. And at the end, I'll show you how to kind of form up this fly, create a taper, and make it super durable. Okay, I have an Arex. Arex, I think that's how we're saying that as Americans. This is the TP toilet paper 610 trout predator streamer. The 15-year-old in me always thinks toilet paper when I see TP. So, not even sorry. Toilet paper trout, oh, that's what it means. Trout predator. Dang it. Alright, that's cooler than toilet paper. But the TP 610, it's kind of a shorter shank. This isn't too gnarly of a hook for a trout, so we're going to tie a little fry pattern on it. And I'm going to be using, check this out, the new loon bobbin. I don't even know what they're calling it. I've had to keep this one under wraps for a while. It's got conical little divot thingers that hold the thread. It's shorter, more compact, and I have really put a lot of thread through this, and there's no need for a ruby or a ceramic or any other type of fancy gem or mineral to keep the thread smooth. Haven't cut any thread on it. So, with our fancy loon bobbin that doesn't have a name yet, probably does that I just don't know, we'll wrap it forward. Oh yeah, this is also to be noted, the new scissors. Look at that. They're slim this way and this way. Kind of like Lance, not like Cheech. That's a good thing. Alright, so there are really only two materials and a bunch of resin on this. Oh yeah, and eyes. But this is a super cool product. This is whiting chickaboo, but it's from the rooster. So as you can see, it's really cool, tight barring up here. And then as you get down here, there's shorter slopping feathers. So super cool product, but we're just going to use the chickaboo on the tail of this one. Alright, so as you can see, I've pulled two little feathers out, and I'm just going to get those a little bit wet for the purpose of tying those in. I'm totally not licking my fingers, I promise. Maybe. Alright, so I'm going to tie those in a little bit longer than the shank of the hook. I'm going to tie those in the back and then just wrap it forward underneath those. I don't know, that's just kind of my preferred method. And tie those fibers down. So I'm going to cut that off and get rid of these stragglers because it's just a smooth body. And then to add a little bit of flash, I'm using Polar Flash in 2033. 2033, that's the color. I don't even know what they call it, but it has like some opalescent fibers in it. It's just money. So I'm going to tie that in along the top and take that down to the tail and then just kind of smooth up the body a little bit. And then I'll just take those fibers and wrap them forward. So once I have those tied in, I'll just trim those off. Cover up the butts just a little bit, doesn't really matter. And give it a quick whip finish. We got some tool noise going on here. For all three of you that complain about it, I sincerely apologize. All right. So now what I'm going to do is take a little bit of tire cement. Oh no. That little mean comment got me in trouble. All right. So I'm going to just barely touch the front of that with the super glue, and I like the 3/16 size super pearl eyes. And what I do is I just take them out of the package, write the size on the back. I don't have enough time to put them back in the package. I got kids. All right. And you put them on there without dropping them. That's very critical. So once you have them both on there, just kind of give them a light squeeze until they want to stay on their own. Then we let them sit for 43 seconds.
12 seconds later.
I'm really just checking my phone right now, so anyway. Okay, once the eyes are set, we're going to color it up with some of this new Loon resin. So Loon has been, behind the scenes coming up with some cool resins, and I think they have like 74,000 different colors. I don't think we ordered that many, but you'll see we ordered a bunch for our shop, so we're stoked on these colors. So this is going to be kind of like a little rainbow, so I'm going to put some olive on top and make a little pink throat. So with the olive, I'm just going to kind of run that along the top of this polar flash. And hurry and zap it. And then I'm going to take some of the hot pink and put it on the underside of the eyes. Look at that. So that gives our kind of two-tone minnow approach. And I did one in brown trout colors too. So this is the finished product, you can see, but I used yellow, brown, and hot orange on this one. So kind of a cool little Curtis Fry. I never thought I'd say that. That's a cool Curtis Fry. Nice. So now I'm going to take some Loon Thick, and we're just going to build up a body. As you guys know, we use lots of different brands of resin, but I think what keeps me coming back to Loon is the applicator system. You wouldn't think that would make a huge difference, but I guess I've gotten used to it. So that's what I use. All right, so now I'm just going to kind of tease that resin around, and I'm not going to worry too much about the shape of the body yet. So now once I have it kind of close, I'm going to start to rotate it. And I kind of have an indentation in the middle, so I'm just going to drag some of that resin around. That's looking pretty good. So as I twist and hold a vodka in my mouth, hopefully you can understand me, but I'm going to hit it with a light. Is that how I'd sound if I was like missing a bunch of teeth?
Probably.
Oh, jeez. All right. Okay, so there we go. You could fish it just like that, obviously. But as you can see with the brown trout one, I like to put little spots on it. Kind of looks cool. So in order to do that, I'm actually going to switch over to some Solar as bone dry because it tends to be the resin that will take marker the best. So if I put bone dry over this, I'll be able to put little spots on it. And I would also typically use a coat of flow on this to take away the tack. But the bone dry seems to take marker kind of the best. Now, just a fine point Sharpie. We're going to do one. We're going to just make a little happy little design here. See, there you go. My marker got a little flowy on me. I'm going to blow on it a little bit, and then I'm just going to go over the top of that with a little bit more bone dry. Take a little bit of that off. Wipe it on Curtis's chair. Curtis, shrink me right now. The video is now over.